What did the elites, today's billionaires, and the ancient Egyptians know about manifesting unlimited money that you don't? It's a guarded secret for thousands of years, only available to the people at the very top. In fact, it's the reason why so few have so much of today's wealth. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how you can use this secret to create enormous wealth for yourself very easily. Because as work built on research from a best-selling author and scientist has since revealed, we're now able to replicate this ancient Egyptian frequency secret and use it to create enormous wealth through manifestation. Imagine just waking up knowing that everything is taken care of. You don't have to stress about money at all. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars there. It would mean you don't have to stress about work or grind away at a job you hate or worry about how you're going to pay for your next trip. So here's the thing. If you've been trying to manifest money in abundance by doing affirmations, visualization, mantras, and other things, and nothing has worked, there are three main reasons why. And if you watch this video until the end, I'll show you. And they're not what you'd expect. In fact, you could be doing the things that are stopping you manifesting money without even realizing it. These things are keeping you stuck, living paycheck to paycheck and never having enough, worrying about unexpected bills or costs, or maybe just wishing you could do something else with your time and with your life. Now you can become wealthy by learning the ancient secret. They knew this 5,000 years ago in ancient Egypt, and elites ever since have been using this to stay at the top. It has a little something to do with a tiny part of your brain, a part called the pineal gland, which is like your abundance switch. There is a powerful and highly effective way to activate your pineal gland and turn on your abundance switch in just a few minutes. When you use this Egyptian frequency secret that I'm going to share with you in a moment, it's like turning on the floodgates to wealth. Money just flows to you easily. And it doesn't matter how much you've struggled before, this works, and it works fast. I understand if you're skeptical, I would be too, but I promise you that it works for anyone, and it can transform your life very quickly. If you stick with me for a couple of minutes now, I can show you. So my name is Steph, and I've always had a deep curiosity for uncovering the truth about things. Not just with science, but with learning about the hidden and mysterious forces that are really behind how the world works, and the reasons why some people seem to have it better than others. I'll share more about that in a moment, but you're going to be very surprised. Anyway, I grew up in a small village surrounded by nature, so I wasn't easily distracted by the big city life, and I had lots of time to ponder things and question reality. My dad always encouraged me when I would question things, so I've done it for as long as I can remember. Even, as a young child, I would take things apart and put them back together again, just to figure out and understand how they work. So, like many of us, I've experienced my fair share of ups and downs in life. I've faced countless struggles, and every time I would get a bit of money, start to feel comfortable, I would randomly lose it. Something would always happen. It could be an unexpected bill, a random extra charge or a tax. At one point my website actually got hacked, and I would wake up to find a bunch of strange links to weird websites selling watches and cars. I would delete the code, and then a few minutes later it would appear again. And I actually had to call up a website security company, and they told me that it gets even worse. They said it's going to cost you $519 a month for an entire year to fix this problem, and it's the only way to get rid of the hack and make sure it doesn't come back. I felt like I didn't have a choice, and I had to do it, but I just didn't have the money. So it forced me to close my website down and lose my only source of income for a while, but then everything changed. I stumbled across a mind-blowing Egyptian frequency secret that completely transformed my life forever. When I was at my lowest point, feeling completely broken and hopeless, I thought back to how I've always been naturally curious about how the world works. Maybe I can figure this out too, I thought. And so I went on a life-changing journey to learn the real reasons why some people are broke while others have too much money to even count. It led to the discovery of an ancient secret that has now transformed my life. And using this secret, I've manifested owning a big, beautiful house in one of the safest, nicest villages in England. It has a stunning garden, and it's just a few minutes walk from beautiful forests, lakes, and hillsides. I even made a space outside to grow fresh vegetables and place an ice barrel dip. I love improving my health and doing things like cold dips. I also manifested finding the love of my life and even overcoming chronic conditions like cystic acne, depression, and insomnia. And of course, financial stress is no longer a problem for me. So now I have the freedom to travel and work from luxurious resorts and exotic destinations for as long as I want to. I'm blessed with a complete freedom to do anything I want, whenever I want. And I'm going to share how you can do the same. But first, let me tell you what this Egyptian frequency secret is not. It's not affirmations. It's not visualizations or vision boards. It's not fake it till you make it or kind of pretending. It's not meditation. It's not working harder. And trust me, that's not the answer. And it's also not working less, because that's also not going to work. So I need to warn you at this point that some of the things I just mentioned actually gave me the opposite of what I wanted. Let me explain. Many of the popular manifestation techniques that you'll find discussed online actually ended up causing my income to plummet down by more than half. So believe it or not, I was actually earning more before I started trying to manifest more. But as I learned more about the secret that I'm going to share with you in a second, everything started to make sense. And maybe you've actually come across these videos yourself, these short clips promising a technique and filled with comments from people saying I claim this or I found money the next day. They're taking advantage of several cognitive biases and mistakes, and most of the time it's actually a trick. It would usually lead people into a manifestation spiral, a negative manifestation spiral, where you try and manifest more, it doesn't work, so then you get annoyed or frustrated, you try harder, that doesn't work, so you see your money going down and so on. You probably know on some level that your frustration is making things worse, but you don't know how to not be frustrated, because after all, you're doing everything right, aren't you? It's the most horrible, frustrating feeling in the world. So what is this ancient secret that lets just 1 to 5% of the population enjoy true financial freedom and possess everything they desire? So I was struggling. I was spending thousands of dollars on training, books, courses, business coaches to try and manifest and create more money. And none of it was working. I couldn't figure out why until I actually finally had a breakthrough and everything changed. I was diving into dozens of manifestation books and courses, and it just wasn't really making sense. What one book said would conflict with what another book said. And at the same time, I was having really terrible days. My sites would crash. I would have a random bill for $457, a website hosting renewal I'd completely forgotten about. I had piles of books stacked up on an old ping pong table with pages dog-eared and highlighted. I must have looked like I was losing my mind. But I was actually getting closer and closer to uncovering the powerful secret that the Egyptians knew thousands of years ago, but it didn't seem like it at the time. I was doing visualization exercises, looking at my vision board, taking inspired action, working hard every day, but it was like the harder I tried, the worse things got. Really rare and impossible things started happening to me. I was also feeling the most overwhelmed that I felt in my whole life. I was drowning in endless pages of notes on manifestation, business strategies, consciousness, and various other topics. The frantic research and the desperate attempts to try and figure it all out ended up consuming me, and I woke up each morning feeling a massive sense of panic and overwhelm. Because I had so many books and courses and videos and podcasts about manifestation, but they were all telling me different things, conflicting things that made no sense. It couldn't be random, could it? This had to be some kind of deliberate thing happening to me, something on purpose. Someone or something was doing this to me. And 3 guesses who that person was. Yeah, it was me. So over the course of about a year, I researched intensely, and I wanted to find out what ultra wealthy people had in common. And do you know what? The answer was right there in front of me this whole time. All I had to do was say yes and just do it. The answer was to do with sound and frequency all along, but there's something standing in your way, something stopping you from manifesting. But to understand what's stopping you from manifesting insane levels of wealth and life you desire, you need to first understand what the ancients knew about frequencies that you don't know. So firstly, frequencies are everywhere. They're all around us. And in fact, Nikola Tesla, one of the most famous inventors and thinkers ever, said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So for most of human history, we've been surrounded by nature's harmonious 432 Hertz frequency. This harmonious, abundant frequency is naturally produced by the earth, and for most of human history has been helping us to flourish and grow. The Egyptians knew this, and it's how they were able to build such a fantastic civilization that lasted more than 3,000 years. They had huge amounts of wealth, more than most of today's billionaires. They even built megastructures that are still standing today. In fact, not only did they know about this natural abundance frequency, but they enhanced it. The ancient Egyptian rulers used to use vocal songs and chants that would amplify this frequency. But what isn't as well known is the secret inside the pyramids themselves, the hidden chambers that actually amplified this frequency. So they knew that if you created a sound tuned to the frequency of 432 Hertz inside the central hidden chambers of the pyramid shapes, it resonated at a very specific frequency and produced a very specific result. The shape of the chamber enhanced the frequency and made it stronger. So this meant if you were in the chamber or near it, your own frequency would rise rapidly, and as a result, you'd be able to manifest a lot more easily. And who were the only people allowed to visit these hidden chambers inside the pyramids? the pharaohs of Egypt. So truly mind-boggling levels of wealth were created. But let's just go back to you for a second. So if 432 Hz is the planet's natural harmonious frequency, then why are you struggling today? Why are you struggling to make ends meet? Unable to manifest abundance? Well, the thing is, financial stress is actually here by design. Let's call it a money-blocking control system. This system has been created on purpose to make it hard for you to manifest money. A small group of ultra-wealthy elites have created a system that blocks your natural abundance. This system makes sure that the average person finds it very difficult to manifest money. And as a result, there's more money for the elites to grab and collect. And the reason they would want to do this is simple. It's human nature. When people become ultra successful, they often start thinking about how to protect their wealth and maintain their control. They start thinking about ways to get more wealth. And some people, a very small group of these elites, have created the control structure that we're talking about now. How have they done this? This has been done through sound. So at all times there are frequencies flying through the air. Some of them we can notice and hear, and some of them we can't. Like I said, most of history, nature's golden ratio frequency has been 432 Hz, and as a result, society has been progressing really fast, and in general, civilizations have been expanding and growing very rapidly for hundreds and even thousands of years. From the massive empires of Egypt, right up until even as recently as the 1920s, which is a decade known for huge and rapid growth and expansion. Remember, 432 Hz is the natural harmonic golden ratio frequency found on Earth. But what you might not know is that from about 1936 onwards, everything changed. A group of elites sat down at a meeting. They changed the sound frequencies from the harmonious 432 Hz to the unpleasant 440 Hz, affecting music and all kinds of other things. Even if you don't listen to music, frequencies broadcasted with radio waves have been massively on the rise since around that time. Radio waves contain the same money-blocking frequencies and you can't escape them. Think of 440 Hz as the money-blocking frequency. The goal was to keep others poor while they amplified their own frequency to take people's money. The shift to 440 Hz makes it significantly harder to manifest money because our frequency and vibration becomes completely misaligned, and these frequencies have been implemented everywhere, from 5G internet masts to music to radio waves and even movies. 5G is a new high-power internet connection. You might have heard of it already. What you might not know is that this high-powered frequency causes chaos in our body's vibration, and it completely ruins the natural 432 Hz abundance frequency within us. 2019 was the first time the 5G internet network was really rolled out and turned on a mass scale. And it made things 10 times worse for everyone. If 440 Hz is the money blocking frequency, 5G amplifies that money blocking frequency, making it even more difficult for you to manifest money. Now it might start to make sense why the last few years have been pretty difficult for a lot of people. These frequencies make manifestation very difficult unless you know how to protect against them. So now, after thousands of years of the natural frequency being 432 Hz and society flourishing, it's now been changed to 440 Hz. And not only has this frequency been changed in all of your music, but it's being broadcasted and amplified from 5G masts all around the world. This new frequency stops abundance, and it stops you being able to manifest. Not only that, but when people are exposed to the limiting frequency of 440 Hz, their own vibration starts to align with that frequency, which can affect people around them. So this means that you're getting bombarded with the abundance blocking frequency from pretty much everywhere. Plus, people around you have started to vibrate at that frequency, are also giving off the same frequency, and they subconsciously start to vibrate, think, and act in a limiting way. So the problem is, you're constantly bombarded with these new money-blocking frequencies like 440 Hz, which is found in music, movies, radio waves, and even your internet frequency. And this is why you're having these problems with abundance and manifestation. This is why you're stuck. But don't worry, there is an easy solution. So I'm going to tell you about the secret part of your brain that unlocks abundance quickly and easily. And when I first discovered this, I was very shocked. My first thoughts were, if there's all these money-blocking frequencies, how can I avoid them? I wanted to protect myself from the money-blocking frequencies and avoid them so that I could try and manifest money. I was sort of on the right track, but the answer was even more simple. The secret lies with your pineal gland. So deep within our brains lies a tiny but very powerful component known as the pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye. The pineal gland contains microscopic crystals, and it's known as the connection to the divine, but here's the real kicker. It plays a critical role in manifesting wealth and abundance, and guess what? Our ancestors knew this profound truth thousands of years ago, and you can see ancient diagrams of the pineal gland all over the ancient world. For example, in Egypt, they really knew their stuff. You might have seen this one before, the Eye of Horus. And now look at this. It's a cross-section of part of the brain, and right in the middle is your pineal gland. Historically, pine cones have been linked to the pineal gland and used as a symbol of the third eye. So the Egyptians were listening to harmonious, balancing frequencies that would activate their pineal gland, which helped them manifest abundance. The way the pineal gland helps you manifest abundance is very simple. The tiny organ is your body's connection to the divine and the things we can't see. It's been known throughout history to be your link to the spiritual world and to the infinite realm of all possibilities. When it's balanced and turned on, it enhances your natural vibration and it amplifies your 432 Hz abundance frequency. This makes manifestation 10 times easier. And the Egyptians, of course, knew this too, which is why they used the pyramids to enhance the 432 Hz sound, which would then, in turn, activate their pineal gland. They were able to manifest and create extremely large levels of wealth, and a big part of how they did that was using these chambers to rebalance and activate their pineal gland. They used the frequency to unlock their own hidden manifestation key inside their brains, and this secret has been known for a long time. Other cultures around the world have used sound to manifest huge wealth as well, a balancing harmonious sound that helped them manifest money. Not just money though. The balancing frequency also helped them create health, energy, and peace. Imagine waking up feeling completely healthy, refreshed, strong and abundant. And now imagine feeling like this every single morning. This is what things will be like if you use this. The Egyptians even used sound and frequency to explore life after death and consciousness itself. But for now, let's just focus on the sound frequency part and how it can help you manifest money. So how can you do it? To fix the problem and to start manifesting huge amounts of money, you just need to change your frequency. If you could change your natural frequency to align with the 432 Hz golden ratio frequency, you would naturally start attracting massive abundance into your life. It would feel easy for you. This is what they were able to do back in Egyptian times by amplifying the 432 Hz frequency in the pyramids. So what is the golden ratio and how can it help you manifest? The golden ratio is a mathematical sequence found throughout nature. You might have seen images or designs like this. This beautiful pattern is found literally everywhere. It's found in the patterns that form galaxies, your eye, a shell, and pretty much everything in between. It's the pattern and the fingerprint of nature. People have even referred to the golden ratio as the fingerprints of the gods. Regardless of your belief, it's hard to deny that this pattern is found everywhere. It's harmonious, and it's a bit of a rabbit hole to be honest, but what matters to you right now is that this golden ratio frequency can now be encoded into sound. And when you do that, you have the perfect musical frequency for manifestation. It basically forces your frequency to shift and raise. It raises your vibrations on autopilot, which makes you more in touch with your pineal gland and your natural manifestation ability. But how do you do that? It's done by layering different frequencies over each other in the editing process. It takes much longer, but the result is well worth the extra time. Because using these new digital technologies, we're able to create the same result that the Egyptians created using their pyramids. We're able to amplify the 432 Hz golden ratio frequencies, which activates the abundance switch inside your brain. This is absolutely revolutionary. And when you do that, it creates a balance in your cells. And this is really key. This 432 Hz golden ratio frequency that we can now create digitally protects you from the harmful 440 Hz and 5G frequencies that we spoke about earlier. You can overwrite them by using the 432 Hz frequency to unlock your abundance. It completely rebalances your vibration and makes manifestation effortless for you. And your body only needs a few minutes every day listening to the harmonious frequency to get back in line with its natural state and to start manifesting. So remember, our natural state is abundant creators. When you feel balanced, you'll feel like an abundant millionaire. Think about how a millionaire feels. They feel relaxed, calm, abundant, and peaceful. And sound can help you get into feeling that, even if your subconscious beliefs disagree. And this is what makes sound so powerful. You could be doing all the affirmations and visualization in the world, But if you don't actually feel abundant, the universe will just keep giving you more of the same experiences. More lack, more struggles, more money trouble. But if you change how you feel, you change how you think and act. And then this changes what you experience. So typically manifestation is difficult because you have to kind of fake it till you make it. You have to force yourself to feel a certain way. And if your subconscious beliefs don't line up with what you're trying to become, you'll literally create obstacles for yourself. Your consciousness is really powerful and it affects things outside of you. So when you're vibrating at a certain level, you're creating more of that experience in your life. It's almost impossible to change how you feel when your experiences, beliefs, thoughts, and environment are showing you something different. So you might even know deep down that you're being blocked by something, and you need to somehow cut through that resistance. This block is happening inside your own mind as a response to the money blocking frequencies that you're exposed to. I found this out the hard way and it took me a long time. Your subconscious mind is blocking you because it's being exposed to all of the money blocking frequencies we spoke about. And the only way to stop it is to overwrite it with balancing and abundant frequencies. You need to actually feel abundant and balance your energy. Something amazing happens when you listen to certain frequencies. You can unlock hidden powers that your body and mind have always had. When you listen to the right golden ratio frequencies, your body and energetic system become balanced. We're all very stressed in today's world, and it's been created this way by design to keep us consuming and under control. But when you rebalance yourself, this stress melts away. You don't worry about most things anymore. Imagine how it would feel if bills were literally nothing for you. Imagine you could just buy the things you wanted instantly, and it feels good. Imagine feeling peaceful knowing that you never have to stress out about how much something costs. You can just do what you want when you want. Money can unlock this for you. It's not actually really the money you want, it's the freedom that the money gives you. We all want freedom. So just know that as you spend money, it will come back to you. It's important because one of the big roadblocks is that you'll get some money come in and you might feel like, I don't deserve this, or this is weird, it just came to me. That shouldn't happen. When money comes to you, relax, enjoy it, and act like it's normal. You need to make it feel normal for you. And the way this really works is by raising your vibration. You may have heard this term before, to raise your vibrations. It really just means to shift your vibration to a new state, a state where you can manifest, you have higher frequency, and you can do all of the things you were designed to do. What you're really trying to do is get your body to a balanced energetic state, the same energetic state they used pyramids to amplify thousands of years ago. When you get to this state, money and abundance and wealth begin to chase after you. They come to you naturally, like a magnet. Effort is no longer required for you. Maybe you've even known people like this, people who just magically attract the right people, situations, money, and success without really doing anything or without struggling. It may seem unfair that they don't have to face the same struggles you do. But regardless of fairness, the good news is that you will have the power to experience the same thing in a moment. You can manifest things effortlessly too. But now you don't need a pyramid or a team of people chanting in a hidden chamber to create a specific sound frequency. Things are about to get pretty exciting now, so please pay attention if you want to learn how to manifest abundance easily. So I started learning about how sound frequencies work, how powerful they can be, and at first I came across a couple of problems. The main one is that places like YouTube massively limit the quality of the sound people can upload, and this means most of them don't really do anything. The sound quality of the frequency needs to be really high to have an effect. So what I ended up doing was experimenting. I started out listening to YouTube tracks like meditation music, balancing music, and chakra balancing frequencies, and they sounded okay. But I wasn't completely feeling right. I wasn't feeling abundant. So although my business was struggling, I did have some savings left. So what I did was to invest into a sound engineering team. Only a couple of people, but it was a start, and we experimented. I would spend hours and hours every day researching frequencies and sound and the effect they had on the body and mind. I was trying to replicate the Egyptian manifestation frequency and trigger this abundance digitally. The first round of tracks we created sounded awful, and they didn't really do anything at all. The problem was that you needed to get the balance right, otherwise the tracks sounded weird and too busy with too much going on. So after several weeks of this, I found a surprising way to encode the golden ratio into the tracks, and this was a game changer. They instantly started sounding amazing, and I felt really relaxed and good while listening to them. As well as feeling good, I knew the tracks were tuned to the right frequencies, and they also included binaural beats. So after a few months of going back and forward and tweaking the sounds, we ended up finally with a set of audio tracks. Each one was slightly different, and I listened to them on rotation every day. And I couldn't quite believe what happened. My feelings of being overwhelmed vanished. I started waking up every morning feeling completely relaxed, peaceful, and calm. I started to see business and life more like a game, a fun, exciting game that was easy to play and fun to experience. After a few days of listening to the tracks, I noticed a spike in my online sales. And I remember thinking, that's weird. But then a few days later, another spike. And I got a call offering me a very random opportunity to work with another company on a special deal. And that deal made me about $5,000 in a few days when we launched it. This was different. From then on, my fears, frustrations, and confusion about money was gone. I was no longer stressed about it because I actually woke up each day feeling abundant. I felt relaxed, abundant, and high vibe. And what was actually happening was I was using a mixture of sound techniques to balance my body and mind. Things like the golden ratio, binaural beats, and even subliminal messages that I recorded into some of the tracks. When my mind became balanced, the money flowed. It always does. It's a universal law, and this is nothing new either. When your body and mind are in a state of balance and harmony, they're naturally healthy and abundant. This is actually our natural state, to be healthy, free, happy, and abundant. So I kept experimenting and listening, and crazy things started happening. I would wake up to $1,200 in sales. I couldn't believe it, and things like this just kept happening. My friend said, you should really share this with more people, it's really amazing. And at first I wasn't sure if I should share this. Maybe I thought this could somehow get me into trouble. But after a long discussion with a friend, we realized the chances of millions of people seeing my tracks and trying them out was pretty slim. Most likely a few people would try them out and quietly manifest their millions and live out their lives. And I thought that's great. So I decided to share it with the world. What I end up doing is weaving abundant frequencies into a collection of audio tracks called shifting vibrations. And I called it that because you're literally going to shift your vibrations when you listen to these tracks. Listening to these tracks switches on your wealth abundance switch. It's like opening the floodgates and letting the money pour in. And it happens so easily and effortlessly when you listen to these frequencies that you never need to worry about money again. All of the tracks I made have golden ratio abundance manifestation frequencies built into them. 1 or 2 tracks contain subliminal messages. You can actually listen to the free samples of these tracks below and see for yourself what they're like. The strongest effects happen when you play these for 5 minutes a day in the morning for at least a week. It literally just takes 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes is all you need to get results, but if you want to listen to the tracks for longer, you can, and the results get even better. But you don't need to be doing it for hours and hours if you don't want to. Now, you can go to sleep with the tracks playing if you want. It will only be a good thing, but you don't have to. You just put your headphones on and play the tracks for 5 minutes a day to manifest money. That's it. If you want to do very specific things like lucid dream or deep meditation, then you can listen to those tracks that are meant for that purpose as well. The results speak for themselves, and if you scroll down on this page, you can find some reviews and testimonials and stories from people who have had really crazy results with these. So what is inside shifting vibrations? So the first track is the Egyptian golden ratio frequency for abundance, tuned to 432 Hz. This track helps you to train your subconscious mind to adopt more positive, empowering beliefs and to manifest abundance easily. It's encoded with the golden ratio frequency found in nature, and the effects are felt within minutes in your body. You'll then start noticing money manifest in your life within a few days. The next track you get is the Abundance Pyramid, also tuned to 432 Hz, and this helps to retrain your limiting beliefs. It builds layers of positive belief in your mind, and it helps you to truly believe that you can manifest abundance and wealth very easily. By the way, if you're ready to grab this package of audios and start manifesting money now, you can click the button that should have appeared somewhere below the video. Or you can keep listening to find out what you're going to get and some of the amazing bonuses that I've put together for you. The next track is Shaman Beats, tuned to 71 to 79 Hz, designed to help you raise your vibrations. It takes you on a beautiful journey and it's great for deep meditation, lucid dreaming, astral projection, or deep focus. It's been designed based on the deep trance state that shamans and tribesmen achieved throughout the centuries. The next track is Lucid Odyssey, which is a lucid dreaming track that will help you to control your dreams, and it combines the most effective features and audio techniques from all of my other lucid dreaming tracks on this track. There are also several other tracks that you can get, which if you scroll down on this page you'll be able to see. You will also get a PDF containing instructions, detailed description and explanation of each track, troubleshooting, best practices, tips, and more. You'll also get a HD video lesson where I explain in great detail how these tracks work, the best times to listen to them, and various other really powerful techniques you can use. So how much does this all cost? Well, first let me ask you, how much would you pay for the ability to manifest as much money as you want? To see more money enter your bank account every week, but not just a couple of dollars here and there, but payments of $500, $1,000, $9,000 or more. How much would it be worth to you to know that you can always manifest and create unlimited money out of thin air? To never have to worry about money again? Well, if you're like most people, you would happily hand over $1,000 for that ability. But I'm not doing this to make myself rich. I've already used this ancient frequency to unlock limitless wealth. So you won't have to pay $1,000 or even $500. In fact, you won't even have to pay $97. Because to thank you for watching this presentation, I'm going to cut the price down even further. And you can get this for one tiny low price that you can see below this video. All of the wealth manifestation audio tracks, the free bonuses, everything. So to get started, just scroll down and click the buy button and you'll be able to access the tracks and start listening right now. So you're also backed by our triple money back guarantee. This means if you listen to the tracks every day for 30 days, you will manifest 10 to 50 times what you pay for these tracks today. And if you don't manifest wealth and more abundance within 30 days, or you're not happy with how much you've manifested, you can get all of your money back and you can even keep the tracks and listen to them when you want. If you manifest money but you don't feel like it's enough, or you're not happy with how much it is, you can get your money back and keep all of the tracks. Or if you're having a bad day or you're in a bad mood for some reason, you can get your money back and keep the tracks. I believe this is so awesome that you will be emailing me asking me why it was so cheap, and you'll be asking me if you can send me more money when you start manifesting. So why am I doing this? Well, I've had many jobs over the years. At one point I was a toilet cleaner and a shelf stacker at the same time. It was hell, and I quickly realized that my mission here on earth was not cleaning toilets. It was helping people improve their lives. From a young age, I've loved the idea of helping people get better, giving resources, tips, advice, and now systems and products to the world that help people become better. In the last few years especially, I've seen the world struggling with everything going on, with the various groups of people trying to enact certain agendas. I've seen more people struggling financially than ever before, and I wanted to help. A large part of my mission is to help you overcome your abundance blocks, to empower you to manifest money, improve yourself, and become better. That's why I do this. That's why I'm putting this out here. And because I realized the extreme power of these manifestation tracks, I started to look at what other parts of my life could be improved. I uncovered incredibly powerful frequencies that virtually improved every part of my life. You see, it turns out that there are other frequencies that do other things to our bodies and minds. So we have a manifestation frequency, but there's also frequencies that help you improve your sleep, improve your focus and energy, and just about anything you can think of. And with these new digital technologies, I've been able to create and develop several other tracks that help you do other things. And I'd like to give you these extra tracks completely free as a bonus when you grab Shifting Vibrations today. The first extra track that you will get for free helped me unlock profound out-of-body experiences like astral projection. This is mind-blowing and feels much like a vivid dream, but you're very much more aware and alert. You can fly around, float through walls, you name it. The next track you will get for free is Theta Brainwaves for deep meditation and relaxation. This binaural beats track is pure theta frequency, which is perfect for relaxing very deeply. You'll relax so deeply that you'll be able to slip into deep meditation in just a few minutes. And this is amazing for reducing stress, improving your clarity and focus during the day, and enhancing your consciousness so that you're more aware. You will also get another track for free called Astral Starwaves, which helps you drift into an OBE or an out-of-body experience. You will also get Rainy Winter, a new soul frequency track that combines ancient meditation music with soft binaural beats, and there are other benefits and bonuses if you scroll down the page. So you really have two choices right now. Number one, you could ignore everything I've said and go on living paycheck to paycheck. You've been down this road before and you know how it feels. Struggling, worrying about having enough money to pay the bills every month, or even just wishing you could go on nicer holidays, buy nicer things, do better things. Or number two, you can purchase Shifting Vibrations right now and change your life for the better. You can use the secret that the Egyptians used to manifest huge wealth and take advantage of modern digital technologies to improve your life today. Maybe you see other people going to fancy places, buying nice things, driving nicer cars, and you've wanted a bit of that for yourself. The elites are doing it, and now you can too. The effort required from you to get results here is so small. You simply purchase, listen to the tracks for 5 minutes a day, and manifest more. I can't think of an easier and more simple way to manifest wealth and change your life. The life you've been waiting for is so close to you now, but you're at a crossroads. I know you'll make the right choice and improve your life forever. And remember, you're not risking a penny today because of our Manifest or It's Free 30-day guarantee. You can try out the audio tracks for an entire month and see the results for yourself. You'll see something shift within the first week. So a month is definitely enough time to see big results and to know that it works. If you're not happy for whatever reason, you can get your money back and even keep the tracks. That's how much I know you're going to love them and you're going to get great results. So if you're still here now, it means two things. Number one, you don't feel ready to grab the package and start manifesting. Or number two, you're curious what else I'm going to say. So I'll tell you a quick story. My friend was a shelf stacker like I used to be, and we would often work more than 10 hours a day lifting heavy boxes of tiles from one section of the store to the other. It would hurt our backs, and we'd often go home feeling exhausted, annoyed, sad, fed up. And at the time, we were making less than $5 an hour, which was long hours, low pay, and hard work. I remember saying to him, "Do you think the CEO of this company is working this hard?" "Well, probably not, but what are you going to do?" We talked about it for a while, and we Googled the net worth of the CEO, and it was about $20 million. Now, does the CEO work? Of course. But there is no way he's lifting heavy boxes of tiles 10 hours a day. And even if he was, he'd be getting paid millions of dollars per year, not $5 an hour. Hard work does not equal more money. Imagine the millions of people in the world really doing hard physical labor jobs where they trade hours and hours of their life for money. Builders, sewage cleaners, toilet cleaners, farmers, steel workers, etc. These jobs are really tough, for both physically and mentally, but do you think they're getting paid millions for doing those? Of course not. Because hard work does not equal more money. It's usually the opposite. Now, of course, you have to do something, otherwise we'd all be rich. But you don't have to struggle, to fight, or to resist the universe. You just have to know how to actually ask it for what you want. The biggest way people hold themselves back from manifesting is they don't know how to ask for what they want. They get stuck at the first hurdle. These audio tracks will be your magic bullet. You can't really go wrong. And that's why they're so powerful, because they avoid having to filter information through your conscious mind. You just listen to the tracks, you feel good and abundant, and then at a subconscious level, the frequencies unlock your abundant switch and raise your vibrations. Then you start to think, feel, act, and experience life differently. I mean, you're going to do something after listening to this, but what is it going to be? Are you going to close the page and essentially forget about the time you just spent here? Go back to what you were doing that wasn't working? Or are you going to take a leap of faith and trust the universe for once? You've been taken here for a reason, and it's time to leave your old life behind. If you have any questions, you should be able to scroll down and see commonly asked questions and the solutions for those, as well as some more information about the bonuses and how you can get started. But if you're ready to take a leap of faith and leave your old life behind, you can start manifesting today. Just click the button, download and listen to the tracks, and you can get started right now.